Hey everyone, Brendan Snyder here. How are you? Thanks so much for joining me and welcome to a special video where I am going to unbox the stuff that I got from Record Store Day, April 12th, 2025. What a day. If you guys saw the videos that I filmed, the lead up to it, going through the list, going through the different product that was at Sound Exchange in Wayne, New Jersey. Then of course I hung out there, videoed the event, edited it all together into a very cool experience video for you guys. Hopefully you've already watched that. Well, this is the stuff that I picked up, and this was an amazing year. Over 350 titles available. One of the best years in a very long time. And so I myself got 9 different things. Some of it I was trying to get, some stuff I didn't get, other stuff was spur of the moment buy after I saw it. So I'm gonna go through all that here in just a bit. Before we start though, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please do. Also leave a comment, hit like, all those things do help support my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, there's an added bonus by turning on notifications. You'll never miss an episode and stay up to date on really cool things like all this stuff that led up to Record Store Day, then the experience video, and now going through it. And so, you know, if you guys couldn't make it out to your own record store or you don't have one close by, hopefully you could enjoy it all here on this channel, living a little vicarious through me. So as you guys know, I was at Sound Exchange in Wayne, New Jersey. So I've got my bag of loot, and now it is time to go through this. Let's open it up, get it all out, and go through it. And tell you why it is that I chose to pick up the things that I did. So obviously, this one was a big records event, not as many CDs, but I did get one. I got the David Bowie album, this one called Ready, Set, Go. It was the first live stream concert. He did that, it was broadcast. This is single CD, $15.98, good price on this. Riverside Studios, London in 2003. So already 22 years old for this show, but glad to get it. And David Bowie's one of the cool ones that always seems to have a CD version at Record Store Day. Usually the Doors do too, but the last 2 times they have not. So hopefully they're going to get back to it, start giving us CD fans a bit more. But you never know. All in all, I'm still glad to get these titles. I love getting rare stuff and having it, even if it's on vinyl instead of CD. But yeah, that was the first one there. This one here was what I'd call the impulse buy. After hanging out in the store, talking with people, filming, they still had some of these left over at the end, and I decided to go ahead and pick one up. It was on my list originally, then I took it off because I had so many things, but added it back on. Rolling Stones guitar player Keith Richards, The Expensive Winos, a live EP. It's only featuring 3 tracks, but since it's new, it was March 10th of 2022, so literally 2 years ago at this point. This had been recorded, the song 999, You Got the Silver, and Before They Make Me Run. So on vinyl, and it's on... oh, I thought it was maybe on like yellow vinyl or something. It just says limited edition live EP. But either way, I decided I had to have it. You know, this kind of stuff, not, you know, gonna come around again type thing, or at least not expected at least. So here's one I wanted, and then there was such limited quantities for the store. You know, you can't get everything that you want. And surprisingly, somebody returned or chose not to get it or something like that. And there was 1 copy left over, and I was able to get it. Super, super stoked about this one. Queen, these are demos, and I always get this name wrong. I apologize, but Delane Leia Demos, I think is how that's said. And so this is 5 songs, demos. These are also a 2024 mix version of this, but it's ultimately the demos that got the band signed. And I believe these were part of the box set that came out for the Queen 1 release that also got a 2024 mix. I chose not to pick that up. It was a lot of stuff that I didn't care for. These were probably part of it ultimately. But I do love getting a standalone release like this for it. So there you go. That was in there. A lot of big names as part of this one as well. Here's one too, very, very limited. And somebody that, one of the cool things, the way that Sound Exchange works is, first 50, 60 people that are in line, they go out, they write down what they want, they bag it all up for those people. And so somebody in that line that requested this ultimately put it back later. And again, still around at the end, so I was able to get a copy of this, even though it was one of those very sought after ones. Yes, Live at the Rainbow, London, England, December 16th, 1972. This is from the Close to the Edge tour. It's a limited edition triple LP set. Side F has an etching on it, and first time on vinyl. It's a Rhino Records release. Rhino does a lot of this stuff. Very cool that they do it. Not a bad price. $60 for 3 LPs. Pretty good deal. But, anytime I can get cool archival Yes material, I'm loving that. All right, so these are some of the ones up front that I had hoped to get, was able to get, didn't have an issue with it. Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak, and this is an alternate version. So there's a Jailbreak remix, 2024 remix version. This is different than that. Not only we get alternate art on here, we get alternate versions of those tracks. It does say this is limited edition, and this apparently is a Record Store Day UK release, but it was available here in the US. Didn't seem to be any problem getting it, but demo versions, alternate versions, there's an instrumental, take ones, different stuff like that. So all the same tracks ultimately making up the Jailbreak album, but done alternatively. And again, I love things where I can hear a new way to listen to my favorite album. And apparently that's the case with this next one here. Anthony had heard it. I've not heard it, but he said it was amazing. It was outstanding. The Doors, Strange Day, 1967, called a work in progress, rough mixes from the album's early 1967's sessions, discovered after 58 years. Says without the final overdubs heard on the original release, and it's on translucent blue vinyl. And that's what Anthony was saying was the really cool part of this, because you expect to hear certain things and they're not there. So it's a rough mix minus the overdubs, a very raw edition of the album itself. 7 tracks total on here for this. This will probably, this one or maybe the Thin Lizzy are probably going to be the first ones that I'm going to play. All right, next one, Sweet Desolation Boulevard, live in demos, a 50th anniversary edition. It was an exclusive for Record Store Day. It is on sunset yellow vinyl, limited to 2,200 copies of this thing. And again, I think it's the same track listing and everything, just done alternatively. Sound City Records is doing this one here, $29. Good deal for vinyl and a lot of the record store pricing. In fact, I have to say, I actually think that this record store here, the pricing for it was some of the best, most even pricing that I have seen across the board. But instead of like everything being 35 and up, I mean, even the 59 for the Yes, but that's 3 LPs. So really good deal on that. And this here, this one I know is, was a very popular one here. Judas Priest, a 1982 live in Atlanta show, limited edition 2 LP set, says first time on vinyl. CD version of this was part of their 50th anniversary box set. Recorded 11th of December, 1982 at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia on the Vengeance Tour, the World Vengeance Tour. So Screaming for Vengeance was, of course, that album. Track listing looks really good for this. Really, really cool. I saw a father-daughter come in. Both of them had it, so 2 different generations. Both of them wanted the Judas Priest, and I thought, how cool is that? And then this one here, Jethro Tull, Songs from the Vault, 75 to 78. rarities, outtakes. It's on recycled black vinyl, and apparently Record Store Day exclusive. And I guess not all of these are maybe all unreleased on vinyl, but maybe not all unreleased. I think some of this stuff is turned up on CD on the box sets that they've done, but certainly not in this configuration, not in this track listing, standalone with art. And for me, a lot of this stuff, getting this stuff is for that, where even if I've got this stuff across a selection of things, when they come up with the new album art for it and the sequencing and it's all mastered together, I really love that. So those are the 9 things that I picked up. Lots and lots of cool stuff. I'm super excited. I just got home from the event and I'm excited to go off and play this. I do hope you guys were able to make it out to Record Store where you were. You got some cool things. What was the stuff that you guys got? What was that #1 Holy Grail type thing you really wanted? Did you get it? We didn't all get everything. There's a couple items that I didn't get that I also wanted, but you don't always get everything, and it just makes the wanting all that much more on it. But I still got a lot of great stuff, and so certainly shout out to Sound Exchange, Wayne, New Jersey, for letting me do all my filming there. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the experience video that I put together with everything on it. Get to see a little bit different side of stuff because I tried to fit in behind the scenes footage and interview with the people working there, and give you a little different take on what it takes to put on Record Store Day, because it's not just as easy as you might think. It's a lot of work that goes into it, but smiles all around in the end. As I've said before, it's like Christmas for record collectors, and now that we've just had our Christmas, we all want to go play with our toys. So that's what I'm off to do, and I will talk to you guys real soon. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.